What is a free and public education? Recently, on our website, BibleNation.org, we published an article entitled Redefining Public Education. Our forefathers hardly used these terms, and when they did, they had a different meaning. They had a different idea about free and public education. They themselves did not have an education the way that we have it today in the terms of free and public. So let's examine the word free. What does that mean? Is education not supposed to cost anything? Obviously, there are expenses involved. So who pays? Well, we've determined that there should be a shared tax burden, and that's great. But should parents cover more of the burden than, say, retired folks? Should parents cover more of the expenses for specifics, things outside of academics like sports and band and etc.? So the idea of free is really where we need to argue. We're for a free and public education, but free doesn't mean all things to all people at all times at any cost, and we have to define that word. Secondly is the concept of public. Does public mean that everybody gets to show up? Obviously not. We have age limits for schools. We should say that public means American citizens, not everybody that crosses the border for whatever reason and puts a burden on school budgets. And then, what about ages? What about performance? If someone performs poorly all the way through because of their own irresponsibilities, is that the taxpayer's burden? So free and public need to be defined. I think they were defined properly, and the redefining has been done by social progressives. In other words, liberal folks in education. The worst part about free and public education is that they've separated religion out of it. Secular humanism is a religion in and of itself, and free and public education does not necessarily need to mean without faith or religion. Secular humanism has redefined public education. I'm Doug Levesque, and this has been your 2-Minute Warning.